slower car.
Patrick Carpenter.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, well, surely he's going to give him the line, but he never gave it to him. So he entered turn 2, and I don't think that Patrick ever knew he was there. He started coming down on him. So, you know, I don't know if that's an issue. It's hard to spot here. Right. It's hard to see. We haven't seen Patrick in a car. When you have a faster car coming at that high of a rate, entering turn 2, you need to yield that spot. I mean, that is a tight place to go in there 2x2.
And you bring up spotters. Very, very difficult at this racetrack to see every part of this racetrack.
Well, the plates is enormous, Rick. So while we have the pagoda in the middle of the racetrack to give you some view, although let's ride along here. He turns under.
I mean, he moved up the racetrack, but then he came down and put Kyle on the spot where, you know, all he could do was try to get the car slowed down to keep him getting in a wreck. So
I spun out.
I expected this qualifying session we're going to see later to be exciting. I did not expect the practice session to be this exciting.
Now, these are happening way early too.
I thought that was pretty similar to what we saw with Kyle Larson earlier, where he got loose getting into the corner and he saved it also like Kyle Busch did.
That's way really back in the middle of the corner.
And it's actually very similar to where Denny Hamlin got loose and then went up and hit the wall.
Tell you what, we've seen cars spin around a lot here lately, and they never hit the wall. That's amazing.
Here goes Kyle Busch, the 18. Oh, and he almost saved it, and he did. Oh my goodness! Watch the 18 of Kyle Busch here, just in front of Matt Kenseth.
Ooh, I think he gets a nudge right there by the 48 car, Jimmy Johnson.
Oh, Kyle Busch around. Okay. And he saves it as he did in 2012 when he went on to win. He spins it and saves it. Caution is out.
Watch this move. Just had a run, decided to try to take advantage of it. Wasn't room.
Michael, we know these cars have the big side headrests. The drivers have mirrors, but they have limited view to the blind spots right and left off those rear quarters.
3 feet to the 9, over in front of Joey now.
You can see there was no spotter involved in that. Kyle Busch had a run. He thought he could turn to the left and make it. We do that a lot out there. You can't wait around when you have a run for your spotter to say clear, because it won't work if you do that. He just felt like he had room. The seat of his pants told him he could make that move, and he needed a foot.
And this happened so fast. Did Keselowski even have a chance to turn down to get away from it?
No, Brad was as surprised as Kyle was. Kyle was surprised Brad was there, and Brad was...
The racetrack is difficult. It is. Look how sideways Kyle Busch is. That car's crashed. It's basically crashed. He putting down its own tire tracks. He saves it, and unbelievably, doesn't overcorrect. It's so easy for that car to turn back to the right. He works it back and forth. That is pure just ability and reaction at that point.
Were you seeing the front tires like I was?
Exactly. and so that's what's so difficult. When this car gets this sideways, look at the left front tire. It's turned to the right, but it's not turned to the right too much. And as soon as the car started back left, go in car with him and watch his hands and listen to the throttle. I'm just going to quit, come in and work on the race car. I mean, all that was the most you can do. And I just said it. I said it before he did it. The only way you know what your car will do is to push it to the limit and